Our daddy, oh, Tinubu, in don't talk, say, in no dey sleep oh for night. Say because the wahala and katakata wey dey for Nigeria, say e dey give am sleepless night. Im say na like so im dey work from helter skelter to make sure say this Naija wey we dey go better. My people, abeg make una lis ten from im opponent o. E be like say now war wan start, yes, in between them, because na dem go fight themselves, na dem go buy themselves. Baba God go still dey protect us, because all this one wey dey happen na us wey be masses na we dey suffer am. Make una lis ten to wetin this man come out to come talk o.
By the APC government, President Bola Tinubu in particular, have any real substance? What evidence do you see, if any, from where you sit as an opposition?
You know, listening to him, being, as he described himself, one of the strategy people and blah, blah, blah.
During the campaigns.
You literally, if I were his president, I'll just pack my bag tonight and just leave Aso Rock. Because clearly, even from his own so-called supporter, it's clear that they say he sits up all night doing very little, and the impact is very...
Well, he didn't say he's still staying up all night and does very little.
There's a phrase in Yoruba that I'll try to translate to you in English. It says that when you don't know the answer to a sum or to the Ifa corpus, that you can stay in the sky all night and all day and he will not do much. If he doesn't sleep at night, and this is what we get, he had better sleep. Look, we have created this democracy by choice. A lot of them, and I too, fought and struggled until we got ourselves into self-rule. Little did we know that a time will come when a supposed Democrat or a democratically elected president in President Bola Tinubu of his party APC will be so unfeeling, insensitive, mean to the Nigerian people. Between, as at 2015, when they took power, the price of PMS in the country was 79 naira. And the exchange rate was rovering around 199 to the dollar. Can you, in your mind, conceive of what could we have been buying as citizens of this country, apart from their own profligacy and their waste in government, that could have warranted us now having to be paying almost 1,000 in some places, officially over 800, in other places 900, within such a short time? And what could we have been guzzling that would bring our exchange rate from about 200 to the dollar to 1,600? You know what they're doing? They wake up in the morning and say, okay, mirror, mirror on the wall, what else can we do to make the Nigerians extremely angry and make their lives hard? Taxes. Mirror, mirror on the wall, are they crying hard enough? No. Let us add increase in fuel. Oh, mirror, mirror on the wall, is their life miserable enough? Not exactly. Let us increase inflation. That's what they've done. And, you know, with every sense of soberness, because we own this country together and we all love this country, we are forced to scream, lest they wreck the ship of state. Our country has a very large population of unemployed people and a very young population with a median age hovering around 18 or sometimes even less, depending on the stats you are looking at. And if you then imagine what they are contending with, and you see the kind of lackadaisical, wasteful manner, to the extent that you say you are transforming, you are buying jets for yourself, you are buying Escalades bulletproof for yourself, you're spending money like it's going out of fashion, you're doing very gangling and dandling, you're speaking a lot of off-curve conversation. Your spokesperson are just talking for the fact that they are sitting down there and they're getting cheap money from the government. They are speaking against us without really looking at the faces of the people they are meant to be leading. And we say very clearly, this mistake must end soon. The earliest time for its end is the next election. And by the grace of God, if we hold our breath and hold our energy and just manage to survive the ones that are not finished by hunger and starvation and insecurity that has become a major issue in the country, we will just say, pack your bag and go, and never again.
Interesting. But just to point out, when the president or the government buys private jets and fleets, is it a personal property of the president in power?
No, I think
it's state property.
This one, stop that immediately.
No, I'm just asking you, because
no, I'm going to answer you, because when you say
but I don't need to stop it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just stop it like immediately. When you tell the citizens that life is hard, they have to carry burdens, they don't have enough money to even have a meal or two. You have to even give them palliative, converting the whole country to beggars because we really don't have money. And then all you have to show for your personal comfort are all of those trappings.
I get the point
if you
that
justify
you
the jet,
No,
would you
it's
also
not about
justify?
no.
If you justify the jet, would you justify the escalade as well? Look,
Mr. Showman, it's not about justifying. I asked you a question. Is it the personal property? Because he says you said he's buying for himself.
Yeah,
and I
he's
asked
going to be the one using it.
Okay, great. So,
what's wrong with the car that Buhari rode in? Was that bad for him? Okay, you don't spend government money like that. You don't project that kind of image to the Nigerian people, to a hungry people, to a desperate people, to people that are barely able to survive.
The optics are really wrong.
No, they're not wrong. They're totally bad.
Yes, and we get that point. But can I ask you?
Okay.
Is it fair to blame the current administration entirely for the economic challenges and the security situation, given that some of these issues...
I'm giving you two parameters.
Hold on.
Okay, and this one...
Given that some of these issues, including the fuel subsidy debates and the insecurity, have been building up for years under multiple governments, including when your government was in power, the PDP.
Thank you. You know, when you speak this fancy English.
It's not fancy English. It's
simple English. America. Listen,
it's
girl.
Simple English.
It's very simple, but just listen. We left this fuel at 97 naira per liter. We left the exchange rate at 199. Let's just call it 200.
Were you paying subsidy?
Of course we were.
Exactly.
And all of that was accommodated in that regime. They've taken over government. They have told us, they have devalued us into poverty. Our money now is $1 to 1,600. Do you even know the full impact of that on everything else we do in the country? The fuel from 97 naira, we're now like roving at about 1,000 and we're queuing for days on end. Look, this one. I want to dash them my heart of empathy. But they make it very hard for any sane Nigerian that loves this country to understand what they think they're doing. They claim that they have the best team in the world and they have experts to do key performance evaluation at the beginning. When they said that, and they put Haja Adiza in charge of that, I was saying, okay, these guys are like serious. But you know what? They're so bogey. It's more than 15 months. They've not even been able to do an evaluation of themselves. If they did, they would have known that there's a lot wrong. On top of that, we're talking about the mystery of the Nigerian economy, the price of petrol, the price of oil. And we have Emele Kyari sitting down in NPC, just whistling away and picking his teeth while our lives is getting miserable. They tell us on the first day of their regime that subsidy is gone. Subsidy is gone. And now we're told that some people are paying subsidy via other names. And the most annoying part of it is that if we had the type of men that should carry a nation in the National Assembly, it's an impeachable offense. You can't spend national money without proper appropriation. So who has covered for that money? And suddenly, the voodoo magicians of NNPC are telling us they have a debt of 6 billion. They are looking for how to... You can't run this nation. A nation can't be run like this. You feel like crying because this is a country that has vast human resource. And they came here bragging, boasting, acting like they knew more than every other person on the planet. And this is what we get?
My brother, he reached to us. Is this what we get for inside this country where they like this? When people, they suffer, they live from hand to mouth. They increase minimum wage for here, this 70K. It never reach how many days where they increase am. Fuel don't increase. Expenses don't increase. Which kind of country person they inside like this? And they talk and say, no be even for Nigerian, this thing with the, now God save the sustain us for this country.